How's it going, everybody? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks for joining me today for a daily tarot card reading for Wednesday, December 23rd. The deck I use on Wednesdays is the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck, and this is just a really amazing and beautiful artsy-fartsy kind of deck. I love it. So I'm going to use a check-in tarot card spread. I call it the Hump Day check-in. Sometimes people get so busy that they forget about themselves, right? Especially in times of holidays. People just have a lot going on. I mean, I started working, you guys, when there was no such thing as the internet, and people mailed things and people faxed things, and it was a lot nicer, It was like there was no like frantic sense of, like for me anyway, catapulting yourself to the finish line. So I'm seeing a little bit of stress here in your week so far, and yesterday's card was particularly mindful to take care of yourselves. So I wanted to do this check-in for you guys. So anyway, I feel like, man, sometimes I just can't speak unless I've got tarot cards in my hands. So let's have a look at what part of yourself you've been holding back. All right, so let's have a card for that. Oh, guys, this is your 10 of Cups. This is your greatest emotional balance. And I feel a little bit sad when I see this, because people tend to put themselves way down on their priority list. Can run yourself to exhaustion, and it's really important to remember you. It looks like your Monday read, it probably wasn't a very pleasant experience. Somebody really wanted to probably tear a strip off of you, and you don't have to believe everything that other people say. And just because people are in a position of power over top of you does not mean that they're right. So you guys could be robbing yourself of your greatest joy in order to toe the line for somebody else. I'm going to give you guys an example of something, because I really just had to start living my own truth at a certain point in my life. I used to work for this person. It was a private company, so I worked directly for the owner and CEO. And, I've done a fair amount of studying when it comes to human resources and labor laws in my province. So he wanted me to write a manual and write in things that were illegal, and I refused to do it. I refused. And he was absolutely livid. But I stood my ground, so he just took the project and gave it to somebody else that would listen to him without checking. So there's something quite liberating in that. So my point was, just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. So be very careful if somebody's going to come in and try to run your life to a certain degree, or you've met somebody and, they're saying all these horrible things, and, do your homework, you guys. This is going to be a really important week to do your homework on stuff like that. It's not cool when people make up lies and twist the truth and just try to manipulate you into doing things. So that card is really bothering me, that you're having to hold back what makes you happy because you're probably dancing to somebody else's tune right now to make them happy. So let's see what assumption was. Let me try again. What assumption or social norm is getting in the way? Wow. Well, you guys are going to need a hot soak after this, that's for sure. So we've got the 9 of Wands here, and this is the card that is like, in a lot of decks, there's a soldier taking a knee, or there's a soldier standing in front of them. And I just did your reading on Monday, and I don't know why I'm messing with my infinity scarf so much, you guys. I'm going to try and behave myself. This is why I don't wear jewelry. So it was a very sad card on Monday with the 9 of Wands, and here it is again. You know, there's a societal way of thinking, and this is for people that are in probably middle class and lower, that everything has to be hard, everything has to be a struggle. And this is, and you see that people believe this, right? And this is how people are able to come in and basically take your joy away from you, because they're using, I said I was going to stop, they're using their, and it's not a bravado, it's weakness, they're using their powers of manipulation over top of you. And when you scare people and the masses into believing that the powers that be, and this could be your boss, it could be whoever in your life that is like really putting their thumb down on you. So be careful, you guys. This is not normal. Things should not be hard. Things should be challenging. Otherwise they would be dull. But things don't have to be incredibly difficult. They don't. And if that is what you're experiencing, you're in the wrong job, you're in the wrong relationship, you have the wrong landlord, you know what I mean? There's people out there that are blissfully happy, but if you were brought up to believe that everything is difficult, it's really interesting, you guys, is, hold on. Also the manipulation of news, okay? So be careful of what you consume for news. Fox News has to be labeled as for entertainment purposes only in Canada when it's broadcast. So again, like, I'm just seeing a running theme here of like really, like, this week, stand back, take care of yourself, brace yourself, arm yourself with knowledge, because this looks like somebody's like really gonna start pounding something home for you because they want something from you, and they've given themselves a deadline, and maybe it's past. And you're like, oh, okay, well, this is normal. It's not normal, okay? And there's laws to protect you. So what new attitude will propel you bravely forward? That's right. You've got the King of Pentacles. So this is like, you can do this yourself. You can really stand up. You can be an army of one. All it takes is one person to push back a little bit. And you're allowed to check on things before you say yes, especially if it's somebody that has a direct hold over top of how you live your life. I'm getting a really strong sense of a landlord, somebody that is involved in, possibly your mortgage, somebody that has a really, you feel like they have control over top of you, but there's laws to protect you. It's just that many people don't take the time, or they just believe that the source of the person that has the control over them, they believe that that person is always right. But what if you called your residential tenancies branch, or what if you called the housing and mortgage company and find things out for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Coughing fit. So anyway, I think it's important for you guys to understand that not everybody comes in abrasive and hard. They can also be like really singing that song of, oh, this is for your safety. I'm not even going to get into that. This is for your highest good. Is it? What kind of research are you doing to protect yourself from what's going on? 5G internet. Okay, so how can you express yourself more fully? Okay, you got to really start listening to yourself, to both sides of yourself. If you're getting some sort of doubt coming in here, it's for a reason, right? If you feel like somebody is not sincere, they're probably not. You've got the Moon card. This is your heightened intuition. You've got a crustacean here, which resembles a lobster to me. So it's like there's some sort of rising sense of, precognition for you guys. You could start to really see through people's veneers. Your psychic abilities could really start to emerge right now, and it could shock you when you might have a sense of what somebody is going to say next, or that you're going to hear from somebody, or you have an expectation of how a situation is going to unfold. So it's time for you to really start believing in yourself, that army of one that I was seeing before. take care of yourself, protect yourself. Get to know the laws, you know, protecting your work environment, your home environment, whether you're a renter or an owner. You don't have to believe everything at face value, and I highly encourage you not to. So, very, very interesting check-in for you guys. Like, you could have been, you know, struggling to get back up again after you were probably had the wind knocked out of you earlier in the week, but take care of yourself, you know, educate yourself. Army of one. Love and light, guys. Take care.